You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicted media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take out your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender,
Carla Gilkerson. Hi, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Carla Gilkerson. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you with us. And to remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money. I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. National Waffle Day.
Yum.
OEB breakfast. OEB breakfast. If you haven't been there yet, you're missing out. It's in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, right there on the line. OEB breakfast. They've got some great different items, but you got a nice looking waffle. Nice looking waffle. You got ice cream on that waffle. What is the deal here? I thought, my guys, we got to get the whipped cream in here. I don't know where the whipped cream is, but okay, we'll move right along. Today's also, obviously, you can tell I've beaten anorexia. So today's also peach pie day. So I don't know whether we're gonna go for waffles first or we go to the peach pie first. I don't know which one we're gonna do, but you know, you got to get them both in there. You just got to do it. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. Josh, you're gonna love it. Dow Jones Industrial Average now up 161 points. The S&P 500 is up 26. NASDAQ is up 119. Oil is down 51 cents a barrel. And everything that they did in the Inflation Creation Act last week, where the president signed the bill to get us more inflation, well, everything that they raised the taxes on, they gave it back this morning. I don't make this stuff up. I just report it. So $10,000 apparently the president's going to write off on student loan debt. He says it's going to be for most people, those that need it the most. Really?
You know better than that.
Yeah, it's not going to even be close to those who need it the most. They don't do that for those who need it the most. They do that for those who vote the most. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with people that really need it. Think about that concept. It just baffles me how they continue to do these things. So I'm not in the camp. I do not believe it's going to increase inflation. It doesn't make sense to me. No one's been able to explain to me how money that's not in the system, when you change it from the asset side of the government's balance sheet to the liability side of the government's balance sheet, how does that create inflation? We're not spending any more money. We weren't paying those student loan debts anyway. So, and it's not going to have any effect on the mass increase in student loan expenses, tuition. Unbelievable. Now, I've got a simple solution. Write your Congress people and tell them that Ron Siegel has the solution for this rapidly increasing tuition. It's called repeal the George W. Bush mandate or law Let student loans be dischargeable in bankruptcy. Why would that help?
Or have your parents pay for
Yeah.
college.
So student loans dischargeable in bankruptcy. Here's the issue. Think about this. Do you think the schools are going to continue to raise rates the way they are when they might have bad debts instead of tying up the kids for centuries, for decades with all these student loan debt? Look at some of these schools, right? You look at them and they've gone up 400. If they just went up with the level of inflation, and I know they need to make a little more money, but if they just went up the level of inflation, these schools that are charging $80,000 in tuition would be charging $25,000. Figure out those numbers. Now, why do they go to $80,000? Well, you can't afford it. Your parents can't afford it. Your grandparents can't afford it. You're not going to be able to pay it off. It's going to hurt you from trying to buy a house. Why do they do it? Well, here's the issue. It's not dischargeable. So let's just give Johnny and Mary a loan that they're not going to be able to, they're going to be burdened with for the rest of their life because it's not dischargeable. Now, if it was dischargeable, they'd say, I wonder how they're going to pay this back. Oh, maybe we won't charge him so much. Unbelievable. Now, to help in the current situation, it's real simple. It's the government's money. Wait. It's our money. The government just spends it, right? So the money that would come from interest, that is income to the government. Do you know that they already this fiscal year, which we're almost over, they've collected more money than any time in history, and our national debt and our deficit continue to grow? Do you think we've got a revenue problem or do we have a spending problem? Simple. It's a spending problem. Stop spending, government. $10,000 here, $1 trillion there. I mean, they conned Joe Manchin into thinking that was going to help the deficit. Oh yeah, they gave him $6.5 billion for his pipeline, right? But that's a whole different story. $750 billion. I mean, it used to be when I was growing up, $1 billion was a lot. Now the government thinks $1 trillion. We'll just spend $3 trillion this year, extra, right? Think about that. Where does it come from? It comes from you and me. You go to work. Do you think it's for your family? No, it's for the government to waste it somewhere else. Unbelievable, but they keep doing it. Why? Because there's people that keep voting for these people to keep doing that. And then they wonder, why can't I buy a house? Why are the prices of houses going up? Report this morning in CNBC. Now, you know I'm not the biggest fan of CNBC, but we're going to look at this report anyway. 72% of recent home buyers have regrets about their purchase. As the market cools, these steps can help you avoid disappointment, is what the headline is on CNBC. What is the number one reason for buyer's remorse? 30% of respondents said they spent too much money. The second most common regret was rushing the home buying process. Did somebody have your arm twisted behind your back telling you what to pay and forcing you to rush? 26% indicating they bought too quickly. Now, you know, if you've been watching Ron Siegel Radio for any length of time, you know that I've shown you how you can spend 5 or 10% more than the listing price of a property and save hundreds of thousands of dollars. Save. Because you don't understand and no one's educating you if you're not a Ron Siegel Radio listener. Go visit right now. Just go, well, not right now. Wait until we're off air because I want you to listen to what we have to say today.
Thank you.
Go to rsrpaymentassist.com. rsrpaymentassist.com. You go to Ron Siegel Radio on Facebook. Ron Siegel Radio on Facebook. We just shared a property in, I think it's Fullerton this morning. And I think it's listed for $1,065,000. I showed you how to offer, I think, a $1.23 million on it and save money. Save $170,000. That's real money. Save $500 or $600 a month by understanding proper financing. So when they come up with an article like this on CNBC and they say the reason that people are upset or concerned are regrets about their purchases, here's the answer, CNBC. You don't do anything to educate them. Tell them to come to Ron Siegel Radio. We educate every single day. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio. discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, why today's housing inventory proves the market is not headed for a crash. We've got our On the Town segment brought to you by Visit Anaheim. We do that one every week. And we're going to chat this morning with Carla Gilkerson. We're going to talk about how your home impacts your lifestyle. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial when you're ready for that next home loan. Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. S&P 500 now up 25.68. 10-year Treasury, it's up 5 basis points. Now, if you're a senior, you like that. If you're buying a house, you don't. Plain and simple, because 10-year Treasury, that's what the seniors live on. Mortgage rates, they're not driven by the 10-year Treasury, but the mortgage-backed securities are. 17 basis points down means interest rates are up. And OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual lock rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. Yesterday, loans locked at 5.68%. That's a 30-year conforming. Jumbos locked at 5.186. FHA locked at 5.542. USDA loans for those in the rural areas. Generally, no down payment required, 5.639. And the best loan on the market, you got to earn it. You can't just apply. 30-year VA loan, 5.297. But why are the numbers going the way they're not going? That's what you call, and that's what you listen to Ron Siegel Radio for. Well, Jerome Powell, he's out there in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Hopefully he's not going hunting with Dick Cheney. I just throw that out there for you. Yeah, those of you that are old like me, you'll remember that. So tomorrow kicks off the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, which means that today Fed Chairman Jerome Powell is heading to Jackson. The meeting is comprised of prominent central bankers, finance ministers, academics, and financial market participants from all around the world who will be meeting to discuss economic and financial issues, including inflation. We don't want to talk about inflation because we know it's bad. It's getting worse. Traditionally, Fed chairs have used the Jackson Hole Symposium to provide an update on economic conditions and also give an indication of any policy shifts that may be expected. Since we're now in a downturn and talk of looming recession, this year's symposium will be of great importance. Got pending home sales today. That measures signed contracts on existing homes fell by 1% in July, but that was good. We expected it to be 4% down, so we're 3% better. Year-over-year sales are down 20%. Ow! As expected, activity continues to slow, but the chief economist from NAR, Lawrence Yun, believes that we are at close to the bottom in contract signings. He went on to say that home prices are still rising by double digits year over year, but annual gains should moderate to 5% by year end and into 2023. He also said that home sales should start to rise by early next year. No, they won't. I'll tell you why they won't. It's very simple. Sellers don't have to sell. They've got to have a compelling reason to sell right now. They've got a 2% loan, a 3% loan, 4% loan. If they don't get the price they want, why would they sell? And that's in the numbers that we share with you, the number of single-family residents on the market nationwide, 525,000 homes. Just throw that out there for you. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial when you're ready for that next home loan. Geneva, they've got the programs and the products, even the Home Select product for our investors. It's a great program. Geneva, give me a call, 800-306-1990. I'll put you in touch with one of our team members, or I can talk to you too. I love talking to folks. I like talking to them. Although I got somebody with me that, I don't know, Carla may not like talking to people.
Oh, it's hard to get a word in edgewise with you, but
Wait, am I married to you or something? Gee, holy cow.
I have the floor. No, just kidding.
Sounds like my wife. But at least you have no energy and you're quiet.
Oh, not at all.
Welcome, Carla Gilkerson. I'm glad to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what do you think? Are the home sales, are they falling? Are they crashing? Or where are we going?
All my clients are thrilled to be and live and own their home in Orange County. They're thrilled. So I'm not seeing much of a shift in my industry right now. People need to buy, and even if you get a 6% loan, it's you're better off putting your money in your house versus on a car, or
Yeah, well, especially now because the cars have started dropping dramatically, right? So
yeah,
I just looked at our numbers from our friends over at Altos Research. Inventory from last week, 551,000 single-family homes on the market nationwide.
They got to live somewhere. Better than renting. At least you're paying yourself.
It is better, but that's a really, really small number of homes available. Mm-hmm. So what is the area that you focus in, Carla?
I represent, is my thing is that I'm your advocate, and I will represent you wherever you want to buy. I sell a lot in Tustin, Orange County, Villa Park, Orange. I've gone out to Oxnard. I sold a girlfriend a cabin in Big Bear, and
That must have been fun doing an
Yeah.
inspection, a home inspection in Big Bear.
It was.
Be
It was
careful of what you
lovely.
might find underneath the house. It might be a bobcat. It
you're
could be,
good.
well, we never know.
Right on the slope, ski in.
Okay,
ski
so I know that
out.
you're in Orange. So let's throw some stats at you here. I
Okay.
just got these from Altos Research. They come out every Monday. I give them away for free. Median list price $1,049,000. New listings $1,049,000. 44 days on market. Median days on market 28. 45% of the properties have had a price decrease. 2% price increase. 130 single family residences available, and the median rent is $4,200.
Yeah.
Is that what you're seeing?
If you hit the market at the wrong price point, you will have to do a price improvement, price adjustment, but you've got to know the market. And if you're doing reductions 2 weeks in, you don't know the market.
Ooh, okay. So do you price low in anticipation of it going up? Are you trying to price close to market, or are you pricing? We recommend all the time price a little bit low to create excitement.
Fair market value, price
Okay.
at fair market value, and go from there.
Okay.
And my listings sell within 10, 12 days. So yeah,
That's
we go
good.
into escrow. Mm-hmm.
So you're, the people that you're working with, the families you're working with, really don't want to have a museum. They just want to sell their house.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the museums.
No, nobody is. But, and then home shoppers, you were saying earlier, some of them have buyer's remorse, which that's surprising, because when you walk into a home and when like when you were dating your wife, you knew she was the one. There was probably other girls in love with her, or guys in love with her, pardon me. But when you know.
This is recorded, so I will not say anything that's going to incriminate me any more than I already get myself in trouble with.
And I think that a home, it does improve your lifestyle.
That's what you're going to get from me on this one, Carla.
It does improve your lifestyle. I've seen families and clients benefit. Their health is improved because they had to switch doctors. They've been like cured. They have a boat life and a house with a yacht, and they're not
let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
The concept that I come up with, and when I looked at this article from CNBC, and they didn't do the study, it was a service that they read this from or something like that. I know who it was, but I'm not going to give them a free plug here. The concept here was all they focused on was money. So if you ask the wrong question, you're going to get an answer. Well, the way you ask the questions, you're going to get what you want.
It sounds like an attorney with a leading question.
Right.
Okay.
So if I go to the families that you work with and I say, are you excited about where you live?
Oh my gosh, they would. And they've all given me beautiful reviews. They would all say yes, that they've gotten civically involved. They love their communities and their lifestyles. Yes.
There's the key word, lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it's not about the bank account for the most part. I mean, we know Harvard did a study, if you want to believe Harvard. I don't know, some people do, some don't. But they did a study, they do it all the time. And money is usually number 4 or 5 or 6 on the reason why somebody buys their primary residence.
Yes, right.
Right? And you hit the key word, lifestyle.
Yes, they can work on their garden, any improvements they make. They get to watch and, appreciate, and the value that they put into it, they can enjoy. So
now you do stuff in Orange County. So yes. I have a special place in my heart for the city of Orange. I went to college there. It was a lot smaller. I didn't go to the university. I went to the college in Orange. But, that's because I'm old. But you get in that whole lifestyle right there, right? I mean, anywhere that you are in Orange, you're not very far from the Orange Circle.
Right. You're 20 minutes from the beach.
Can't go to Watson's anymore, but, we went to Watson's when I was younger and had a milkshake. Obviously, I beat anorexia, so had a lot of milkshakes over there.
Yeah, and they can walk to restaurants. Their kids can ride on their bikes on the street. They get to know their neighbors. They just get to lean in.
That's the whole thing right there, right? You're getting to know your neighbors.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody that goes and compares prices with their neighbor.
No.
right? I mean, I paid $200,000 for my house. Yeah, it was 75 years ago.
Yeah, unless
right?
you want to annoy your new neighbor.
Right. I mean, that's not it. You're going there. You're gonna have a barbecue with your new neighbors, or
Yes.
learn them, get to know them. I know sometimes I've heard of different services agents that'll actually go out and they have a whole housewarming party.
Yeah, little
Right?
donut morning day. I've done that too, and
That way you
get to know the
everybody.
neighbors. It's so nice. It's so much fun.
And the quarterly garage sales.
Yeah.
Right. We get to see everybody out there before they're awake.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Always fun.
Or in my case, when I go and I put stuff out that my wife didn't mean to sell. But that's a whole different story. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. More with Carla Gilkerson when we come back. Why today's housing inventory proves the market is not heading for a crash. And On the Town, brought to you by Visit Anaheim. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you.
I'll post it.
But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrhomescout.com. rsrhomescout.com. One of my favorite services. Why do I love rsrhomescout.com? Because I'm giving it to you for free. Go on there. The very first tab on there will let you shop for a house. You put in any one of the parameters that you want on there. About 97% of the entire United States is represented on there. So while you may live in Anaheim Hills or Villa Park or wherever, the Home Scout knows about Villa Park, Illinois.
Yes.
So you can actually get that information there too. Why today's housing inventory proves the market is not headed for a crash. Easy for me to say. Maybe it's not so easy for me to say, but I try to say it anyway. But let's take a look and see why that is happening, what's going on. Let's see, I'm trying to get a report here for when I talk to Carla in a minute, but why today's housing is not headed for a crash. Whether or not you owned a home in 2008, you likely remember the housing crash that took place back then, and news about an economic slowdown happening today may bring all those concerns back to the surface. If you watch our program on a regular basis, usually right after the 10th of the month, we have the millennial and the old man segment, and we do a program there. Millennials only remember one recession, and that's 2008, and that's the recession that was caused by housing. It was not housing didn't go down because of the recession. The recession was caused by housing. They don't get that because they don't have a point of reference. So whether or not you owned a home in 2008, you likely remember the housing crash that took place back then, and news about an economic slowdown happening today may bring all those concerns back to the surface. While those feelings are understandable, data can help reassure you the situation today is nothing like it was in 2008. One of the key reasons why the market won't crash this time is the current undersupply of inventory. Housing supply comes from three key places: current homeowners putting their homes up for sale, newly built homes coming onto the market, distressed properties, short sales, or foreclosures. For the market to crash, you'd have to make a case for an oversupply of inventory headed to the market. And the numbers just don't support that. So here's a deeper look at where inventory is coming from today to help prove why the housing market is not headed for a crash. Current homeowners putting their homes up for sale. Even though housing supply is increasing this year, there's still a limited number of existing homes available. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you're seeing a graph. Josh just put it up based on the latest weekly data. Inventory is up 27.8% compared to the same week last year. But compared to the same week in 2019, it's down 42.6%. Inventory is still historically low. So what does this mean? There simply aren't enough homes on the market to cause prices to crash. There would need to be a flood of people getting ready to sell their houses in order to tip the scales toward a buyer's market, and that level of activity simply is not there. There's a lot of talk. Newly built homes coming onto the market. There's a lot of talk about what's happening with newly built homes today, and that may make you wonder if we're overbuilding. But home builders are actually slowing down their production right now. Ali Wolf, chief economist at Zonda, quote, "It's become a very competitive market for home builders where they are trying to offload any standing inventory," unquote. To avoid repeating the overbuilding that happened leading up to the housing crisis, builders are reacting to higher mortgage rates and softening buyer demand by slowing down their work. It's a sign they're being intentional about not overbuilding homes like they did during the bubble. And according to the latest data from the U.S. Census, at today's current pace, we're headed to build a seasonally adjusted annual rate of about 1.4 million. I gave you all those numbers yesterday. That is a misleading number because only about 20% of those are going to come to market. They're not ready for sale. Distressed properties, short sales, or foreclosures. The last place inventory can come from is distressed properties, including short sales and foreclosures. Back in the housing crisis, there was a flood of foreclosures due to lending standards that allowed many people to secure a home loan they couldn't truly afford. Today, lending standards are much tighter, resulting in more qualified buyers. Data from Adam Data Solutions on properties with foreclosure filings to help paint the picture of how things have changed since the crash. Again, another graph that Josh is showing you. The graph shows how in time around the housing crash, there were over 1 million foreclosure filings per year. As lending standards tightened since then, the activity started to decline. In 2020, 2021, the forbearance program was a further aid to help prevent a repeat of the waves of foreclosures we saw back then. That program was a game changer, giving homeowners options for things like loan deferrals and modifications, and they got a lot of equity. Don't foreclose, don't short sale. Call your local real estate professional and have them help you, have them figure this out. Bottom line, although housing supply is growing this year, the market certainly is not anywhere near inventory levels that would cause prices to drop significantly. That's why inventory tells us the housing market will not crash. And if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or borrow on real estate, can I count on you to introduce us?
Yeah.
800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. That's the real-time real estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. So let's take a look at another location where Carla is involved. Okay, Carla, we're looking at this one. Villa Park, California, not Illinois.
Yeah, right.
Median list price 2.9. New listings are coming on at 2.4.
Yes.
Per square foot, $631. 58 days on the market. Only 25% of the properties have had a price decrease. That's way below the national average of 39. Relisted 6% inventory. There's a whole 16 houses available for sale. Median rent is $7,500.
What's interesting about Villa Park too is that we've had an influx of new residents. Over 100 homes sold last year. So
wow,
and little tiny Villa Park.
And now there's only 16 available.
Yeah,
16 single family residences.
It's 7,000 residents live in Villa Park. It's a little town. Small town in the middle of a big county. Small town vibe. Yeah, we call it.
But I want to ask you a question here.
Yes.
So in the last segment, we were talking about lifestyle and meeting your neighbors. I understand there's some ways that Villa Park has kind of special about meeting your neighbors.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Villa Park has the Villa Park Women's League, and that is for residents of Villa Park, women. And there's I have the job this year. I'm on the board of the Villa Park Women's League as membership so that I get to welcome all the people that have bought and just moved into Villa Park. So all those 100 homes, they have many of them. I've already stopped in and introduced them and told them a little bit about the town and my experience joining the Villa Park Women's League and how I got to know all the friends.
Now how much beachfront acreage is there in Villa Park?
There's zero beachfront, but you have
a boat parade.
It's a kitschy thing. We have a little silly boat parade, but it's one of those neighborhood things
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a Santa comes and goes around town on the fire truck. There's all kinds of really sweet things about Villa Park. It's just got that small town, tight-knit community. But you really need to get out there and meet your neighbors and join the Women's League, join the organizations that we have. So,
now, having beaten anorexia, you probably know where you can find me.
Yes.
Rockwell's, of course.
Rockwell's. Love that. Yeah. We meet a lot of the gals at the Post and have little happy hours and stuff. So, because a lot of the new gals that have moved in, they have little kids. So they're looking for a night out or they do play
But it all goes back to the lifestyle of owning your own home.
Yes, it does.
Right. I mean, even though they say that, I think the report showed $7,500 is the median rent price there.
Right.
Nice neighborhoods.
Beautiful homes. And just lovely.
A lot of and it matches up right close to one of my favorites, Orange Park Acres.
Yes.
Right. Lovely. All right in that same area.
Idyllic. Oh, you ride horses?
Heck no.
No, I was going to say
a horse
right in your car. Got it.
Yeah. If I last time I went to ride a horse, the thing started screaming.
Well, we're known for our big lots. You can live on a half acre and glorious yards. Funny thing is about Villa Park is there's actually no park in Villa Park because the home backyards are like parks. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, isn't that
There's
cute?
no park in Villa Park.
No park in Villa Park, and there's no street lights, and there's no sidewalks.
No street lights.
No street lights because they want to keep that country vibe and that country feel. So
That's
it's very
interesting.
dark at night.
I didn't know there was no street lights there
No
either.
street lights. There's,
Wow.
There's a lot you could find out about. Yeah. And that's what your real estate agent is there for, to tell you about the little nuances of your community and where you're buying in.
That's a fascinating area. So you got two cities. Now, is Orange Park Acres part of Orange, or is it its own city? I wonder. I don't know that answer.
It's part of Orange.
It is a part of Orange?
Yes.
Okay, so and that's the part where, nice properties there.
Yes.
They don't mind being referred to as part of Orange. It's kind of like, it's not like North Tustin, which is nothing to do with Tustin. But that's a whole different
That's funny,
story.
yeah. Like,
They don't want to say they're from Santa Ana.
Vanity address. Right. Yeah.
Great information. So gonna love the lifestyle.
I love the lifestyle. It's just delightful, and get to know your neighbors. And so, yeah, I joined playgroup, and back 20 years ago when we moved in, and I still hang out with all the same girls that we joined playgroup in. Our kids are graduated from college, so yeah, and the kids still hang out. It's just, so
it used to be Jim Barry, and now it's Jim Beam. That's a whole different story.
It's like cooking night. We do like Hungarian cooking night and but craft night.
I don't know why when my wife goes to some of these girls' nights, it's not cooking and craft. It seems like it's beer and vodka, but that's a wine and vodka.
Yeah.
I don't know whether
it's more about visiting.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, more of the Carla Gilkerson and On the Town, brought to you by Visit Anaheim. I wonder what they've got for us to do this. Now, Carla's going and doing these things in Villa Park and in Orange. We're going to talk to our friends at Visit Anaheim, have a few events for us in Anaheim. They're going to give us a major event of the week, a romantic event of the week, and a family event of the week. All of those every week. They get those. We get those from our friends at Visit Anaheim. You can reach me anytime off air. Number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Every week at this time, our friends at Visit Anaheim send us the events of the weekend or the week, and always enjoy these. Major event of the week, a romantic event of the week. We still need to get those, the doves or the not parrots, but little chirping birds in the background for the romantic event of the week. And the family event of the week. Major event is Movie Night Under the Stars. Downtown Anaheim is hosting the ultimate movie night on Friday, September 2nd. This free outdoor screening of Disney's Pixar's Luca is open to all ages, making it a great event for everyone to attend. Carnegie Plaza seating will open at 7 p.m. Bring your blankets and chairs and settle into the perfect spot before the movie begins at 8 p.m. Food and beverages will be available to purchase. The romantic event of the week. Bon Mi Dealer Grand Opening. I hope I pronounced that right. Spice up your Friday night and try something new by heading to Bon Mi Dealer's new storefront at the Anaheim Garden Walk across the street from Disneyland. Their grand opening is on September 2nd from 5 to 10:30 p.m. Bon Mi Dealer's delicious Vietnamese sandwiches are buy one, get one free for the first 2 hours of their store launch, making it the perfect date night deal. Make sure to RSVP for a chance to win free sandwiches for a month. Wow. A free gift bag is also included with your RSVP. I wonder, we've got a major milestone birthday for my wife. I wonder if I could take her there for a free Bon Mi Dealer sandwich.
No.
You're right, Carla. I'd probably get in trouble. But we'll be there. Family event of the week, Brickfest Live. Brickfest Live is coming to the Hilton Anaheim, California Ballroom on September 3rd and 4th. This all-day family event is quickly becoming one of the biggest and best traveling Lego exhibits in the country, with tickets available to purchase online. Brickfest's goal is to inspire, educate, and entertain, and it offers for something for adults and kids alike. Check out life-size Lego creations or head straight to the Lego vendors. Whole family will make memories and spark creativity at this unforgettable event. That one I might be able to go to because my wife loves Legos, and with our grandson, I wonder if they'd have fun over there with Legos. That's the On the Town segment brought to you by our friends at Visit Anaheim. Now, Carla, you're going to love this one. So I'm sure that in some of the properties, especially as you're selling a property, people might be having a garage sale before they move.
They might.
One of the best items before we moved the last time was buckets of Legos.
Oh, my God.
They sold like crazy.
That is like gold.
Josh, are you into Legos yet? Yeah, Josh has got little ones, so he's into Legos. I don't know. My grandson's under 2, so it might be a little young for him.
Yeah,
but
we have Legos that are built that you can't disassemble as a mom because you feel badly. So anyways.
But Carly, your kids are out of school.
I know, I should let
and
it
you still
go.
have them.
I can't help it. I'm sentimental.
So, okay.
Yeah, let's talk about real estate.
I'm going to share this. I'll share this quickly.
Okay.
So my wife got upset with me. We're having a garage sale. She gets upset with me and decides she's not going to participate.
Right.
So I said, okay. So I just start unloading the garage and putting everything out there to sell. And she comes out there when one of her girlfriends comes by and says, I just gave that to you for your birthday and you're selling it at the garage sale. Well, that was
that didn't go over well.
Strike number 1 for Ron. Then she looks further, baby blankets, baby socks, all hand crocheted stuff.
No.
Guess who was in the doghouse?
You.
I said, you know something? If you don't want to help me, but thank goodness she's not listening this morning.
Yeah.
So otherwise I'd relive the trouble.
I've seen kids at yard sales go back out and pull their little stuffed animals and bring them back in the house.
Exactly. Okay, let's get back to real estate.
Okay.
So what else is going on?
So yeah,
I know I see on social media you're busy all the time.
Yes, I've sold a lot of homes in Tustin. I just recently assisted a client offload his rental home in Tustin that was on Yorba, on a cul-de-sac there in Yorba. It had expired with another agent, just had been poorly marketed before. And I came along, did my awesome marketing, photography, open house, and we got it sold for him. And he's so happy. It reduces the stress when you have a rental property that's, it's
I'm not going to cause any trouble here, Carla, but the first agent was probably a relative that was going to give him a discount, and he got what he paid for.
And he used an iPhone for pictures.
What?
The other agent, like, oh my goodness, you need professional photography.
Don't tell me you took a picture of the corner.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And I did my thing, and like I painted the front door of shocking, like a fabulous blue, and named the paint color Yorba blue. And so adding those specialized touches are really my forte. And you get what you pay for sometimes. You get what you pay for. And you need a professional who's going to advocate for you and deliver in the end a defensible legal file too. So
That's an interesting concept, right? Because a lot of people don't think about that part.
Yeah.
You know something? This is a real contract.
Right.
And it's real money.
And it's, the residential purchase agreement is 18 pages of legal jargon, and I can explain every single page and every single paragraph of that to my clients. And I like to do wet signatures personally. I'm a wet signature type of person.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that because I'm a simple guy.
Yeah, no
What's a wet
DocuSign, no
signature?
DocuSign. We meet and they sign the document at the end on
with a real pen.
with a real pen. With a real pen, so they
Wow.
understand what they're signing.
I've been a big questioner of DocuSign anyway, because especially right now, millennials especially, nothing against young people,
Mm-mm.
but they tend to they love their phone.
Yes.
Right. My son, I don't even know if he has a computer. He uses his phone. He uses his watch.
Mm-hmm.
He uses an iPad.
Yes.
Doesn't have a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to sign a residential purchase agreement, 18 pages of legal jargonese, all 10-point type, how the heck can you see it?
Right. And honestly, it takes you right down to the section. So you're not sure what was above that. Did I check a box up there?
Yeah, you can
what
push
the
a
heck?
button and it takes you to the next signature line. So
Yes.
I'm wondering at some point in time, are we going to have a problem with that? So say, I DocuSign this just like my agent told me, and I don't know what it says.
You need to sit down and have it explained to you so that people understand what they're getting into. What is, exactly what are business day? What do all these days mean?
Now,
What's my contingency period?
If I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
the residential purchase agreement that you're talking about is about 8 months old,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So if you're not selling properties on a regular basis, you got to go to school or go to an office meetings or wherever.
Yes.
There's a lot to learn in there.
There is so much to learn. Yes.
For years, I
And
used to say, you can check box J4 when you get totally underwritten with our team. And they moved J4. It's not there anymore.
right. It's
Right? It's in
changed.
section L.
And they've done is because people were having problems, they kept everything on the front 3 pages so that it was clearer to people when they were signing it. So I do appreciate that. The buyer needs to be aware and understand. And
So the last 15 pages are all waste.
they're boilerplate stuff,
But they still have
they're-
meaning.
they do. But
They're
the
still
first 3,
obligating people.
They've made it clear the first 3, and your agent needs to be pointing stuff out to you. And it's so I try to do the most.
So median home price last time I looked in Orange County, California, is a little over $1 million.
That's right.
So you're talking about a lot of money here,
Yeah.
and you're worried about going to somebody that's cut rate.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
I'm going to suggest, when you go to Walmart, you might get, Walmart's got great stuff. I used to sell to them. I understand their process, but there is a difference between Walmart and Nordstrom.
Mm-hmm. And I am the Nordstrom. Even after you close escrow, you will still be getting gifts from me and quarterly updates.
I call it loved on.
Yes, it's
Right?
everybody needs a millennial mom to dote on you during escrow and while you're going through everything, and then afterwards. So I'm kind of like the millennial mom realtor
Okay, millennial mom realtor.
because I have millennials.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
I would say you must be really on it if you've got kids that have graduated college and you're a millennial.
No, I have graduated. They're one's in college, one graduated from Creighton, both at Christian universities. So very, very wonderful.
You must be extremely proud.
So proud. You should see me how proud I am. I'm beaming right now.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So you get to while they're starting and doing their own things,
Mm-hmm.
you get to adopt.
Yes.
Right, adopting families.
Oh my
into
gosh, it's so fun to have. My career is my thing. So yeah, I love it. I love what I do. I think it shows. I think it's
No, we couldn't tell, Carla. You're really quiet and reserved,
I
and
love it. It's so fun.
It
It's
comes
really
through.
like my calling.
it comes through, and that's great. I mean, that's the idea. You want somebody that's passionate,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
and knows the area, knows the neighborhood,
right.
and knows the people, because that's what it's more about. I mean, you got the contract there, and once you find all these things, those are all important. You got to have them.
Right. And points out things in the home that are good and that are maybe a drawback for a resale. I point everything out. So yes.
And you've been doing it at least a week.
At least. Yeah, I've been licensed since 1994.
1994.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I had 2 kids by then, but that's
Yeah, my boys, when my boys were little, I took a break and then got back into it recently in the last six years. So been just crushing it ever since. So I have all the old school techniques and I can, all the new technology. So I've got you covered.
nice. If you want to meet Carla Gilkerson, give me a call, 800-306-1990. And as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh, who's engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.